going?
It's going. It's going good. Introduce yourself, man.
Hello, I'm Tom McSherry, the one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand.
He's from New
I'm
Zealand.
Christchurch originally, and I've also lived in Auckland. Christchurch got fucked up by a big earthquake a couple of years ago, so I moved on.
As you can see, it's obviously the new Christian Bale.
The new Christian Bale.
Or Tom Cruise. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Depending on the hair.
Show off. Do a little show off here.
Tom Cruise. Christian Bale.
Yeah, man, so we went to the SSN Greece thing about a week ago. I did not expect to meet Tom McSherry, man, I can tell you that. We went fucking hard, deep.
I want to know though, what were you guys expecting from me? What did you think?
Like
based on...
Honestly, I didn't think you were going to do it.
Oh, really?
I didn't look into it. You weren't the other one. I'm like, oh, it's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Well,
Doing what you guys do down there. Like, he's having holiday parties
Yeah,
and
just
shit.
having all the fucking shit, you know, like...
With fireworks and fucking wizards.
That wasn't some shit.
yeah.
My granddad did this actually.
Oh,
He looks a lot like Campbell, yeah.
Great.
there you go.
Yeah, well, great.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking hobbit though, right?
No.
Like most New Zealanders.
Yeah, see, you're showing your ignorance now, Freddie. Wizards and hobbits can't do the same thing. Hobbits can't be wizards.
Okay.
Wizards are, that's a very long, it's a cultural thing.
Okay, disrespectful. Fuck. So, yeah, man, the first thing I heard was like, I think it was Luke, man. It's like, oh, you know Tom McSherry? And I didn't know who you were at all.
Yeah.
I don't even think I saw you. Maybe I've seen you like on the forums and shit, but I never thought about it. So, wow, Tom McSherry, cool. Maybe Nick said the same thing. Now we gotta see for ourselves.
Yeah.
Week went by. I'm like, yeah, that's Tom McSherry, dog.
What really hit me was that whole Scott Lee thing. Like, when this guy is on his shit.
Yeah.
I mean, right when you first said that, I'm just like, man, this guy, he's going places. He's going places, man.
Yeah.
Shall we explain the Scott Lee?
We should. You can explain it if you want.
Okay. So we get to Greece and there's this guy there called Scott Lee, and I've talked to this guy. I think I may have done a Skype call with him at some point, just like in one of the group calls. He's a little Asian dude, but he's kind of got this.
Thinks he's not.
He doesn't know he's Asian. He's got this kind of racial identity crisis. Yeah.
Like he could dub a film for a big bodybuilder.
Yeah. I think Nick summed it up well, saying that he thinks he acts like a big 6'3" bodybuilder, but he's actually this little Asian guy with glasses. Anyway, we all went around the circle on the first day and kind of introduced ourselves and said like who we are and what we do and all that kind of stuff.
Kind of a business trip, right?
Yeah. So we all went to the same business course together. Anyway, Scott Lee stands up. He's the last person to speak. I spoke before him. I kept it pretty simple. And then Scott Lee stands up and he says, "Hey guys, I'm Scott Lee. I'm from Melbourne. I'm doing pretty well at the moment, making about 10k a month. And the main reason that I'm here, this is the interesting part. The main reason that I'm here, so I'm going to add in a bit of subtext here. So what he actually said was, the main reason that I'm here is for you guys to pick my brain. Subtext being, I flew all the way to Greece from Melbourne, not for me, but for you guys, just so that you guys could learn what you can from me in this little week when you have the opportunity to talk to me."
Because that's really the main reason.
That's the main reason that we came. Not to drink, not to have fun, not to...
That was the way it came off too, man.
Yeah. That's the main reason.
The main reason.
Like, if it wasn't for that reason, you wouldn't have gone.
Yeah. So he says, yeah, main reason I'm here is for you guys to pick my brain. So, you know, just ask me anything. I'll be around. What was that? I think that was
Yeah, by the way, I make about 10K.
By the way, I make about 10K.
Got some of that.
Yeah. So I was kind of just quietly listening and thinking, oh, this is interesting.
And your room.
I was in the same room as the guy. So I held my tongue for the first couple of days, and then I think on the third day, after a few too many mythos beers, shit got real.
It got real.
A legend was made.
A legend was born.
Yeah. Scully.
So we basically, you, and yeah, mostly you, but all of us, ripped this guy 1,000 asshole 5 hours straight, like making jokes. We got songs, we got fucking jokes, we got t-shirts.
Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a lease life, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and leave. I'm just a poor boy, I need no sympathy, 'cause I'm easy come, little high, little low. Any way the lead blows doesn't really matter to lead.
That's a good one, man. The other one is like the rap one.
Oh yeah. Y'all know me, still same Scully.
But I did low key. Head on. I bought some niggas with no 10K sales and no leads.
Yeah, so a lead, by the way, now just for a bit of to fill in on the slang, a lead is $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And half a lead is fuck.
Yeah.
So
So that's an introduction to Scotland. We'll probably hear a bit more about it.
Important subject, man.
Yeah.
We get to know it.
You should know.
Fucking one of the funniest things, man. I was just sitting down, eating a gyro, sipping a beer. And like, it would be going like tens of girls, just like a week, because you're like, oh, have you met Scott Lee? Oh, you can meet him right now. Like it's a big deal.
He's here. He's on the island.
He's here.
And when I started saying that, it just got so real, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, Scott Lee he's on Mykonos Island.
On the island.
He's on Mykonos Island right now.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I really like the one too, like, you know, he is kind of busy right now, but if you want, you might be able to schedule it.
Yeah.
You know, in 15 minutes max.
Yeah.
It's worthwhile. And that was one thing, man, Scott Lee. Or we probably went on for days, man.
Oh yeah, it's still going. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna
We're
be
making a podcast about it.
Yeah.
We've already got a Facebook group called Not Scott Lee.
Yeah. I think we need to change the name of the podcast to like.
Fuck that. Change his name for Scott Lee.
We might have to do that.
Can just be the Not Scott Lee edition.
Not Scott Lee.
Or just make a pact.
Yes. Not Scott
Just
Lee.
make a pact that Scott Lee's gonna go out together.
I think that's just basically saying, right?
We gotta verbalize that.
Yeah. Zap it.
Oh.
Sorry, Scott. Not gonna happen, man. If you're watching this,
Not for you. Boat trip.
hi Scott.
Not for
Yacht
you.
trip. Not for you.
No boat trip for you, man.
Sorry, bro.
You're not invited on Quantum. Sorry.
Yeah, although we're both probably do want to pick his brain, but it's not in the cards.
It's just not gonna happen, man.
Oh,
I mean, the main reason he wouldn't come on that trip is just so all those chicks would take his brain.
or
You know?
you.
That would be the main reason.
I hate to deprive those ladies of that privilege, but it's just not
It's not
Different place, different time.
Yeah. We got Scott Lee, we got Luke
What
running
was
around.
the thing on his website on, like, the beauty of me? The beauty of Lee.
That's all his status updates are like the hashtag beauty of hashtag something. He's like trying to start a hashtag, like hashtag beauty, I think. I think that's going to be his little personal branding.
He's pretty beautiful though, to be honest.
He is. Especially his little Chinese moustache.
Sorry, that was
Little
racist.
Chinese moustache and a little Chinese chin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how his father talks.
Not like Scott Lee.
Scotty, clean your room.
Well,
Scotty, you going to Greece. Don't let them pick your brain.
stop. Don't let them pick up line.
We're not picking my bottom brain.
You know we're gonna get fucking sued for this, right?
You know I got file a lawsuit against this.
Yeah. Taking Scott Lee's name in vain.
Scott, yeah.
100 euro funds. That's a lead fund. One lead fund.
That's not even a lead, man.
It's 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Don't fuck with Scott Lee.
It's not a good idea. Unless you're Scott
It's not a
Lee.
good idea.
Deep with this shit, man.
That's what you guys study at university. Leanthropy.
Lily. Wait, what was it? A PhD in Lily.
This is how deep we go, man.
PhD.
PhD.
It's just been so hard, especially with those songs and phrasing, man. Then we've got the stickers, t-shirts, car wraps, memes.
The bills, the money,
The leads.
The leads. The
and
dollars.
this leads around.
Fuck a dollar. We want a lead.
I only get paid in leads. It's all I deal in this day.
For kroners, I'm getting a lead.
Yeah.
Hey man, so tell us about some of your attractions, man. I haven't really heard about it.
Okay.
Like, yeah, go on.
Okay, well, I'll give you like a bird's eye view of what I've done on this trip. So before I came over here, I bought like a camper van and I drove around New Zealand for about 6-7 weeks. Just drove around the whole country. Always wanted to do like a road trip from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
So I did that. Then just chilled out in my hometown for a little bit, and then I flew over to Malaysia. So I was in Malaysia, went over to Thailand, went to the whole full moon party and all that kind of shit.
How long was this like?
This was, I left New Zealand on the 9th of July. So yeah, for about 3 weeks I was in Southeast Asia, and then 29th of July I flew over to Paris. And then from Paris, I went and stayed with some friends of mine in Cologne that I met in Thailand. Went and stayed there, then went up to Amsterdam, back to Cologne, up to Berlin, and up to Copenhagen, Stockholm, Oslo, and from Oslo flew down to McDonald's.
Damn. That's rough. How long do you like staying in one place?
On average, probably about 5 days.
Yeah.
It really depends on the place. Like some places, you kind of, it
It's like
depends.
this fucking place.
Yeah, like this. I don't know. Marseille doesn't appeal to me that much. Kind of just feel like an extension of Paris. It's like it's kind of similar.
Okay.
In some ways, but not as tourist packed, which is good. That's one thing I didn't like about Paris very much was, you go to like the tourist areas and you can't even breathe and you're just fucking so packed in. But yeah, I know the places that I prefer are generally being places where I've been like staying with people that I know and like doing, just kind of like getting into their little local scene and social circle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I much prefer doing that than like going sitting on a tour bus or something like that, you know.
Yeah, fucking tour bus, man. It's, when you get to meet the locals,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Eat local.
Look, me, thought I could try a little detour right there, but
Eat legal.
yeah.
You know we could do this the whole time.
No, I'm holding
I
back.
got a couple things in my brain. I don't know if we should have just busting those out for this whole podcast.
No, we don't want it to be. Oh, that's so late.
Yeah, you ever heard of the French Special Forces called the French Legion?
French Foreign Legion.
I couldn't hold it in, man. French Legion.
Sometimes you just gotta let it out, you know.
You gotta
Or the French Riviera.
We should go there.
Central League.
Lecanos.
Leland.
Yeah, so what did you guys think about Mykonos?
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't think I would have liked it too much without the whole SSM thing.
Yeah.
Or it made it cool, like fucking Scandinavian bar. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool,
but
but
I think like if we planned this trip a little bit better, we could make it. We could pick like fucking things like Portland party.
yeah,
I don't know how much better you can get than that for like a trip like that. And they're always gonna be fun just with the people. But
Yeah.
like, you know, we went to the same bar, 30 dudes in a tiny bar, 7 nights in a row.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, you know, I feel like structured a little bit better. It could be fucking up.
Yeah.
Like in the Thailand one, it was like the next day everybody would just come back and everybody had gone and done something different. And then just like story, this guy going over here and over there. Whereas this one's like everybody took the bus to the bar, walked in there, 30 dudes, and you see. It wasn't like, oh shit, this guy went off and did this and came back with a fucking black guy and stick up his ass.
yeah.
Like I said, you guys went to that one baptism.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. Tell us about that, man. That's funny shit.
Yeah, man. No, randomly happened, man. Me and Luke were like, fuck this Scandinavian bar. And we were told, like, yeah, we're at a friend's place, kind of wasted. We wanted to check out, like, our, you know, where we were staying. Me, Nick, and Luke. So we went over there. There was nobody. So we were like, oh, fuck. We might just check out the beach. Because there was, like, a beach going further. And that's like, yeah, that's basically what we did. We just fucking kept walking. Really, yeah, as I said, fucking wasted. So we see this party like maybe 300 meters away. Go over there. And at first I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I look around, there's like 10-year-olds and 60-year-olds dancing and shit. So we go, we get a beer, buy one, we just sit down as we're like invited. They kick us out, obviously. So we keep like walking around and get a little pissed by them. We keep drinking. We get like go to the bar, we get free beers, and like dance and shit. Like we probably just fuck around for an hour, maybe more. Dance with the people there, have fucking fun, chill out for a bit, all that shit. Then we're like. The guys kept seeing us, so they're like, hey, you guys gotta fuck off, man, this ain't for you. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm thinking, man, but I see this big bottle of vodka, and the bartender, by now, he knows we're not from there, so he's like, not giving us shit.
Yeah.
So he might have given us like 2 beers each. So I grabbed the fucking bottle of vodka and just run out of there, like it's full. You know, the leader, I guess the leader one, the big one?
Yeah.
And we just start pounding this shit. We get fucked. I think Luke Lee.
Deep it goes.
Yeah, man. Luke got way more wasted than me, man. He was like,
Yeah, he was. That guy couldn't even stand
he
up.
couldn't stand up, man, by the end. So,
You ever you telling me like you're like I was pouring me like 20-80 and I was pouring Luke like 50-50 or something like that for the drinks and like 70-30.
yeah, he went hard.
Yeah, but you told me you were pouring it for him, man.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't go hard, man. You fucked him up.
The fucking dumb guy.
It's like Frank, man.
Yeah, I got a lesson or two
Frank.
from Frank. Shout out to Frank Terry.
Sorry, Frank. Can't go on the boat.
No,
We love you, though.
We love you, man.
But it's
But-
just,
But you still can't come on.
it's just not Frank's area of expertise.
It just wasn't meant to be. I think that's what sums it up.
Just not in the
It
cards.
just wasn't meant to be, you know.
You know, yacht party that for some people and then it's not for other people.
Yeah, I mean,
Frank's one of those people it's not for.
It doesn't matter how many rich guys you know, Frank. Like,
It's just not for you, man.
but don't you worry, Frank. We've got something special lined up for you.
Shout out to your Polish girl too. She already talked to us when she wants to come.
Hey, Ivanka. See you on the boat.
It's been a while. Me and Tom still remember.
Yeah.
We got love for you.
Sharing is caring, Frank.
Sharing is caring, man.
Now it's going full circle.
And you are sharing more than you know.
Oh,
Fuck with it.
good one, man.
I can just imagine Frank's face just sitting there watching it, like, you know, like all,
It's so sad.
like trying to laugh it off and all like crying.
You're welcome. Yeah. It's fucking weird looking at that screen, man. So, yeah. Is there any stories from Greece I haven't heard?
We talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. You probably remember them, but give us a story from your childhood still, boy. Probably something fucked up happened. Or whatever.
Think for a second. I got my dick sucked in a fucking public park in Amsterdam.
Oh shit. So how the fuck did that come
Hi
about?
Jerry, I forgot your name.
Jerry?
That's a dude. I thought we went there with gay pride money.
Scottish.
That's pretty close to Wales, man. Shout out to the Valleys.
Valleys.
Show watch that
I'll
shit.
see you soon, guys. I'm coming.
Freddie's actually on the show.
Yeah, he is, man.
He didn't really tell us, man, but Freddie's one of the stars in the Valleys.
Fuck, I forgot my tip movements. I just need to
That's
just need to get it down here. Oh, I can't do it. Fuck it, dog.
We gotta go this way, man.
Okay, so how did you get your dick sucked in the
It's
park?
like in the public park.
I met this girl in Paris originally, and you know, when I went to Amsterdam, I realized that she was there as well. And this is a fascinating thing to me about how the female mind works sometimes, because she did not want to do anything in the shower in the hostel. She thought that was weird. Okay, so we end up, next best alternative is in like the bushes in this fucking public park. Wandel, I think it's called Wandel's Park in Amsterdam. So we're like in these bushes under this tree, and like you can see people riding past on bikes and shit.
What time was it?
It was like maybe 1 a.m. something like that. People were walking past, riding past on bikes, and I'm kind of like, I'm thinking like, you know, I don't want to look a gift horse in the mouth, but how is this better than the fucking hostel shower? You know what I mean? Like we're getting fucking dirt all over us and shit.
Shit.
Maybe we should just freak.
You
That
know,
was the excuse to
yeah.
get fucked. And it was just like, nah, too boring, but I don't want to sound like a slut. So, shower us through. Let's go have a park.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, maybe. Who knows?
I'd like to think so.
I wouldn't roll with that.
I'd like to think so.
I wouldn't roll with that. That sounds like that sounds plausible.
Little fake those freak bitches out there.
Yeah.
Much love.
We believe in you. Keep it going.
Just keep doing what you do.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you do.
I'm telling you,
But
man.
next time we come by your house, you better let us take a shower. You may be a freak bitch, but then we gotta be clean around you. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's up that Polish girl. She likes the dirty boys, man.
Well, yeah, man.
She was like, she took one look at me and she was like, damn, that's one dirty boy.
Dirty boy.
Can handle it when I want to take a shower. She fucking lost her shit.
So, I want you dirty or I don't want you at all.
Yeah.
That was her mama.
Yeah, man, she was,
I want you dirty or I don't want you at all.
you know, fuck that bitch. Dick sucking apart, man. That's a good thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's not always about changing the sex, you gotta change the location.
This is true.
Yeah.
The one place I've been pushing with some of these chicks is the church.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to do a church.
But the one thing that's even actually more, I'm more a little bit scared of is just actually getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
This got pretty fucking illegal. Like if you get caught in church, you'll call the fucking cops, man. You gotta be running.
Yeah, man, I would probably
Or at
just
least the church in the US, man.
get out of there.
Yeah, I'll just leave the bitch. Be like, hey, just take it on.
Probably gotta put in the work though, cause like in my church, it's real small and shit, so they know I'm not going to fucking church.
You gotta do it during the church. Like during the
I went to it in like a Catholic church and like a confession box.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was
shit.
thinking when nobody's there.
We don't got it.
I was
mean-
thinking about doing it during the fucking mass.
I mean, I know this church, so I could go up, hide with the fucking bell and shit, bang one out once I'm coming. Ding, ding, ding. Run out of that place. You know? 'Cause it's never open unless there's people there, you know?
I just
So my
didn't
plan
know the
is-
church where I could really, unless it'd be in the bathroom, but then that's just fucking ruins the whole point. I don't want to fucking a church if I just do it in the bathroom.
Could be anything.
Oh,
I guess it's not good, man. It's gotta be ideally the confession booth, and if not, on the altar.
yeah,
That would
man.
be legit.
That would be cool. I would make it boring.
Jesus and the cross behind you. Just like right back here.
That's when you fucking go in life.
I was pushing, but I don't know. It's complicated, man, to find an actual church to be able to sneak in and do that. I remember one time I walked around the whole city. It was like 1:30 in the morning or 2 in the morning. The club just closed. And I was on this shit about this shit so much, and I walked around all the churches and tried to see if I could get in, but they were all locked.
Of course they're locked, man. You gotta fucking break that shit open.
I'm breaking into the churches to fuck me, you know?
You wanna go all the way, you wanna go all the way.
That ain't worth it, man.
I don't know about that. Well, I think it's pretty different from where you're from, man. My church, nobody will notice. It's like 10 people going there.
I think the European ones would be the easiest because everybody walks into the ones they go in. So,
Well, they're not, yeah, well, in Italy and shit, they're constantly open, but
how about this, man? You ever get your lift sucked while you were driving?
Yeah.
Alright.
how was that? Did you fun?
No, not while we were driving. After we stopped.
Oh, okay, good idea, man.
That's another one I've been missing out. Is don't take bitches no more. That's the issue.
Yeah, that is the issue.
Like a road trip.
I think I need to get myself a little fucking girlfriend, just do a lot of shit, you know?
So let's take it too, man.
Yeah. Just to fucking, yeah, because it's fucking a plane,
Fucking boat.
fucking a train, on a boat, fucking a church. But most of all, I would like to go up on a fucking tall building on a sunny day, fuck doggy style, and just look out on the something beautiful. You know, on the top of a mountain maybe. Yeah, that is fucking mountains. I would feel like a fucking King Kong.
You feel like in a cave.
I'm a cave for my life.
Like this, I feel like fucking cave, man. Cave,
Yeah. There's this fucking weird TV show in Norway. It like goes into different kind of sex fetish. How do I say it?
fetishes.
Fetish. Fucking dog.
Fetishes.
Fetishes. And one of them is like this fucking bitch. She looks pretty normal, man, but she likes to dress up as a cat. And I'm fucking.
Not bad, man.
Oh man, and she even goes so deep. She has her own little fucking thing to sleep in, like a cat. What do you call those things?
You know, like where they climb on?
No, not where they climb on, where they sleep in. Like you know, babies have the same thing. What do you call it?
I don't know where you fucking cats sleep. Oh, wait a minute. They sleep on the fucking ground.
No, I'll show you. It's sort of like this thing I nearly did.
I've never
Basket.
Basket, yeah, for cats.
Wait, so babies sleep in baskets in Norway as well?
Yeah, man. So she has a basket, big one for herself. She actually walks around like a cat and make cat noises. How fucked up is that?
Have you ever seen adult babies?
No?
I'm in Stockholm, I'm in this hostel, right? I'm like walking through like the common area, and there's this guy sitting there watching TV, and on the TV it's like a documentary about adult babies. It's like grown men that are like they just like stay dressed up as babies and drink milk out of bottles and shit all the time.
What? They act like a
What?
baby.
They just like think about babies. But they talk and stuff. But they're like, so this guy's sitting there talking about how nobody understands that he's an adult baby. Like it's a fucking normal thing and it's our problem that we don't understand.
So
Perfectly
who
healthy.
takes
Perfectly normal.
So who the fuck takes care of him, you know?
I think he might live with his mum still.
Yeah, but he's a baby.
Yeah,
Who else would it be?
I know, right? Like,
So, well, was there a baby his entire life, or did he go back to being a baby?
I don't know, man. I didn't watch it for very long, to be honest with you, man. I was just kind of standing there like, what the fuck is
Fred
this?
is considered.
And more to the point, why
Yeah,
would you?
he's like, do you have to be baby girl? Could you go back?
Yeah.
I'd like to go back.
But I've been thinking
Sucking out
about it.
titties all day,
Hey,
and
man.
the logistics of it.
I would like a new mom though, cause forget about those titties, dog.
I'd be saying about your mom. Okay.
No disrespecting over here, man. I'm just saying. Well, I actually have been thinking about how fucking great it would be to be a baby for a day. With this mind, like people carry you around, everybody's loving you. You can cry and get food. You can shit in your own pants. You don't have to do dick.
That's a good point.
For a day, yeah, a day it will be good, man. I would like to be like a young hot models baby. You know? Just to record that shit. Show me your pussy. I go deep.
Okay.
So
Wonderful.
you're telling me you wouldn't want to be a baby for a day?
I don't really have a desire to. Been there, done that.
I don't remember. That's the problem.
Now, we gotta ask them a question. What would you do if you were, the first things you would do if you were a woman for a week, like a hot chick?
Oh shit.
This is a good question. You've asked men and women, and it's a vast different response.
Am I hot shit?
Yeah, not like a 10 out of 10, but you're hot.
I'd probably go to a bar and get a guy to buy me a drink.
Yeah! Every dude says that shit. I just take advantage of guys.
Yeah, I would, man. I would just use that power. I would just use and abuse that
Just
power.
fuck with guys for a week, man.
Yeah.
It's so easy too. You don't have to do anything.
And I would probably do a lot of lesbian shit as well.
Yeah, I'd also have to do planning and stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Test out the gears.
That goes without saying, man.
I like how every dude says the same shit, man.
Yeah.
And then it's like, we ask chicks and they always say this, oh yeah, I'd like to pee standing up. Like, bitch, you're a fucking dude and all you want to do is pee standing up? They don't get it, man.
Women, man, they
I don't even know that they already can pee standing up.
I know, exactly, they can't pee standing up.
It's not that big of a deal, girl.
It is big. You can't do it like I can do it.
Not as big of a deal as like if I was a chick, I'd be like, damn, first thing I want to do is try jerking off, man.
Yeah.
Jerking off as a dude is way better than a woman.
Probably
Like a
not.
woman, you sit there like, that mean the action.
Oh, yeah.
Like a woman just like, yeah. The dude's like, fuck yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Big difference, man.
Yeah. Big difference.
Some lesbian shit, so we gotta get done with that.
Yeah.
The one thing I was thinking was like, would you get fucked by a dude?
If I was gonna be a girl forever, I probably would.
Yeah.
But if it was just for a week, nah, probably not. Would I have a memory of it?
Yeah.
No.
Because the alternative though, you do some lesbian shit and just having chicks fuck you with a strap on.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just the fact of having a man dominate you in your memory that you would just fuck you.
I wouldn't really would.
But if I had some lesbian chick fucking, it's pretty simple.
That's fine.
With a little strap on, all good.
Yeah.
Full experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's first goes. What else we really talk about?
What's up with Luke and these aliens, man?
He's afraid of
He's
it.
talking about them on the podcast. He's afraid of them. He's like jumping up and down.
What the fuck?
He's afraid of aliens.
How did this come about?
He doesn't even know if they exist. And he doesn't know if he believes they exist.
But he's afraid of them.
But he's afraid of them.
More or less.
You guys should use that against him.
You should stare at him when he does, man. Like in the nighttime when he's sleeping, just get like an alien mask or something. Get some like alien noise downloaded on your computer and just play him like spaceship weird.
What you guys should do is you should fucking like in the middle of the night on Central in bed. He's asleep, all three of you get up, okay, put your alien costumes on and shit. And like just hide in various rooms. And start like making banging noises and shit. When he wakes up, he's like, where the fuck is Freddie? He's like, goes into the other room.
So we have your computer making a
Yeah, he thinks everyone's all gone, and then you just fucking come out.
Oh my god, where can we get alien costumes out?
Yeah.
That's a good idea right there, man. Fuck with it.
It's like he walks up and one kind of looks up,
Just one like
He's
standing
like,
in the
what was
hallway.
that? Freddie, Nick, Christian, what was that? Freddie. And like the light flickers and the alien's back there. Flickers, gone. Yeah. Then flickers again, two are there. Gone. Guys. Help me. Come up behind him.
What if he would jump out of the window?
Yeah, I was just thinking that. You probably want to do it from this side. So
Yeah.
He runs away, he can run out.
Imagine
that, dude. Like, you
calling,
want a prank like that and the person kills himself?
like, imagine calling his mother. well, your son is dead right now because kind of pulled a prank on him. He jumped out the
He jumped out a
window.
hotel window. Oh my god, what?
He's
He's
afraid
just
of
really
aliens.
down on life.
Yeah.
So I'm coming to say is...
Fuck, man. I don't know what I would say.
Poor Luke.
I mean, would it actually be the Frank's fault?
Yeah, no, in,
I don't know. The fact that there's like it would have
Because
been
it's obvious.
looking about it probably would have.
It's obvious though, if we didn't do a prank, he wouldn't have jumped out the fucking window.
so it's our, yeah, it is our fault now.
But he is the one who jumped
It's
out.
manslaughter.
Like, now we fucking recorded this shit, but I mean, if we were to do it, we would just say, it's been a little down. Sorry, Lord. Ways to not the right way.
Just he wasn't right in the head for those last couple of days.
Something fucked up.
We're gonna miss him.
We're gonna miss it. So much. So much! Yeah, I know, dude. You gotta wrap this up now?
Yeah, give it a couple more minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, give it like
Bust out a fucking,
20 minutes.
like a little story, man. Tom McSherry's story. It could be from whenever.
What's the fucking most memorable story from the trip? Could be anything, man. Just A to B to C to D. This was like something we never hear of.
Okay,
Could be anything.
this is kind of a random story, but so one night, this was on like the second night when I hooked up with this Canadian girl at the bar. This was at this might have been third night, fourth night, something like that. Mykonos, Scandinavia. But anyway, I was trying to get this girl, and anyway, like her and her friend were leaving, and Spencer, the American guy, came along with us. Anyway, didn't get the girls. They ended up in a taxi. Me and Spencer were like, all right, fuck this. Let's go and get some food. And we walk into this little like pizza place, and there's these little mechanical puppets, right, making pizza.
Yeah.
So we made a little video of me like standing beside the puppets, doing the same actions, making pizza and shit. And then a couple of nights later, it was like 4 of us, and we had like Peter's camera, really like high-tech camera, and we were like, let's go and find the fucking puppets again. We'll make a proper like professional video with 3 of us imitating these puppets. And we walked around Mykonos for like an hour, just showing people this video of me with these puppets, trying to figure out where this place was. And people were like pointing us in the wrong direction. Fucking. Eventually, we find someone who like points us the right way, but they're like, I'm pretty sure it's closed. It's down that way. Pretty sure it's closed. Walk for like another 20 minutes, find another person. They're like, yeah, it's just down there, but I'm pretty sure it's closed. Anyway, we were like, there's no fucking way we're not gonna find these puppets tonight. So we walk down. Eventually, I'm just walking along. I look over to my right, and there's these puppets just making a little pizza.
Yeah.
So we got there. We were so excited because it was like it had become this whole mission. We got there. We spent probably another good 20 minutes trying to get us all moving in perfect timing with the puppets. But we got the video, and it was perfect.
Perfect night.
Perfect.
Perfectly healthy. Perfectly normal. I think I actually saw that video. It's like, yeah.
Most people don't understand that, but it was just like once I get something like that in my head that I have to do it, then I cannot rest until it's done.
But like doing like just random shit like that is so funny, man.
Yeah.
That's when stories come. When shit happens. Like a puppet story, though. Yeah, I saw that. So it was Spencer filming first time, huh?
Yeah, it was Spencer. I showed Spencer the video. He didn't even remember it. He was like, "Is this me?"
Well, he was wasted.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Splinter Cell Pro. Were you there?
What when he was climbing up the?
In Splinter Cell?
Yeah, I think so.
If I'm honest, I don't think this.
I've never seen anything like that, man. And then he disappeared. Like he ran up into one of the rooftops, and we literally get up there 20 seconds later, gone. Like gone. Like the rooftop goes like it's the whole paradise thing. I guess you can go along the whole thing, all the way across all the buildings.
Yeah.
Not even a shadow, not a sound, nothing. We're yelling his name, nothing. We checked the whole rooftop, just gone. To this day, still don't know how to like disappear so quickly. And then, like, I guess 2 hours later, security found him passed out in the car. 4 hours later, shows up at the like at the hotel, man. But it's just, if you just had a person hired to follow someone around like that, it's definitely a red at all. No matter what.
I think we should just put a little camera on him that he doesn't even know
Make him
about.
fucking lose it, that one.
Just like hide it on him somewhere.
I really got small. I was thinking about that. I'm going back home in like a week and a half. 3 months.
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah.
I was doing some work on what I didn't want to be doing.
No, right. Sucks.
That's why I think after when I finish school, I'm just gonna go to Southeast Asia. It's so cheap.
Yeah.
I don't work that much. I don't worry about none of that. I just do whatever I want for 6 months.
It's like
Like Thailand is like the most expensive place down there too. Like Vietnam, Cambodia. It's deep in the jungle.
It's fucking amazing how cheap that place actually is. Like normal people, they save a little money, take care of their house, whatever, pets. They can just go down there and live for 6 months, chill out. They don't realize it.
yeah, that's right.
That's the biggest thing.
It's
People
nice
don't,
too, man.
people don't think it's fucking possible.
Pretty nice though too. Like the weather's good, beaches, the food's pretty good. You go to the right place.
Nature.
Yeah, it's just peaceful there. Yeah, talk to them. Yeah. Talk to the prostitutes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Did I tell the story in there about the one guy I knew who used to work with his daughter? He would go to Thailand all the time and fuck prostitutes, and he knew his daughter and he was married and shit.
Tell me.
And that's actually a fucking ridiculous story, man. So this one guy and his daughter used to be the receptionist at when they sold insurance. She was there and she was like, he's white, his wife's Japanese, and she's like a half Japanese, half white. Actually pretty fucking I think that girl was half a pink herself. But anyway, that's not the story. So, and then her father, I met him a couple times, right? And just very briefly met the guy, like talked to him, whatever, he had come by. So then one time I'm at the gym, and I just like finished up working out, and I'm walking out like the locker room or whatever it is at the local gym. And this guy just like walks by, and it's like, oh, what's up, Nick? And boom, we just started talking for like an hour. Like, I barely even know him, but he was just talking about, he's into all this like feng shui stuff, where if you, basically he was saying if you put like different lights in your room, it's going to attract stuff to your life, whether it's money, chicks, all that stuff. It really, really believes in it. Then he starts telling me, I think I was talking about traveling with him, whatever. He starts telling me about how him and his 2 brothers go to Thailand every year for 2 weeks. Like, oh, cool, man. Then even when they asked him about it, he's like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, you should see the girls there. And just starts to go on about like how he's fucking 2 chicks at night there, all the different crazy stuff that he does there. And I'm like, dude, I know your fucking daughter and you're married. Like, I barely know you, and you're telling me all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? So So anyway, we talked for like 20 minutes, then he leaves. No, I didn't really see him too much more. Then the girl had like a birthday party or some shit at her house, and she invited me and like my family also to go. So we go there, and it was like me and my brother. And we walk in, and I'm like, can't tell my brother about it. So I'm like, let's go talk to this guy. You know, start talking about him. It's like one of those things, man. He just wants to talk about it. You mentioned like, oh yeah, you know, how's the talent things? You know, 2 weeks, boom, 20 minutes on it. He goes, come upstairs, I'm gonna show you guys something. And at this time, we're at his house. His wife's right outside. His 3 daughters over there, and he's still talking about all this shit, right? What the fuck, man? So he takes us upstairs. He starts showing all this weird stuff in his bedroom. Like, I guess he got a part of his hip taken out, and he put that actual part of his hip bone on the wall. Then that's like something good with the feng shui shit. Then he takes us into his office, man. Now he starts really going deep into like about the Thailand stuff and the girls he meets that mess that hit him up. And I'm like, dude, we're at your house right now. It's your daughter's birthday. She's like 23. He has like an 8-year-old and an 18-year-old, and her wife's down there. And he's fucking taking us up and talking about your like sex capades in Thailand. So he pulls out these photos, man. Keep in mind, my brother just met the guy 10 minutes ago, and I barely fucking know him. I know his daughter. Pulls out these photos and hands them over to us. There's 2 of them of him at some bar with some Thai chicks. Flip through it, and like the last 2 photos are like the 7-year-old Thai girl. And so I see it, I'm like,
7-year-old?
Go to the next one too. 7 years old. Go to the next one, I'm like,
7-year-old?
7-year-old Thai girl. You know, like
You banged her?
no, like a little girl photo. And so I'm just like, is this your daughter? He just said one thing, man, just there's a bear shit in the woods and wiped his ass with a white rabbit. And I'm just like, shit just got fucking real, dude. Yeah. Let's go downstairs, man. I don't really know anymore.
Yeah.
So he has a, I didn't get to say
This
this.
is a fucking
The
dark
saying basically means fuck yeah, dude. It's like there's a bear shit in the woods and wipe his ass with a rabbit, and this means like, yeah, but definitely fuck with it, you know what I mean? I just walked back downstairs and we're just like, the weirdest thing was I barely know the guy, man, and his whole, I know his daughter and his whole family's there, and he's still telling me about his illegitimate Thai daughter. And like, you know, he's got to probably send some money there, and the chick hits him up all the time.
Maybe the family knows about it.
I was thinking that, but there's like, I never asked directly to the daughter, but I'm like, oh yeah, you know, your dad goes to Thailand a lot, huh? What does he talk about that, you know? Oh yeah, he likes it, he just said he goes vacation. I was like, it's oblivious, it doesn't want that. Yeah, I don't know one of the two, but, fuck, man. That's some real shit right there. That's like shit. You know, that's what a lot of these guys do.
Yeah. Yeah, man, there's so many fucking dudes in Norway who just get sick of like, either A, they can't get laid, or find a Norwegian woman, or 2, they're sick of their bullshit, so. Like, you know how I've been talking about Norwegian people being lazy? They're also pretty bad too, man. So, yeah, there's so many guys just buying, that's basically what they're doing, buying Thai girls when they're fucking 50, 60 years old, and they get these fucking 20, maybe 30-year-olds. And there's such a difference, man, because these girls, they basically just sell themselves entirely. Like, they do the dishes, they clean the house, they do everything like old-fashioned women should do, like, or would do, I guess. And these guys, man, they're, yeah, I guess they like it though, but I just feel fucking bad for the girls, man. Like, they're sacrificing their life so these Norwegian guys can pay for their family back in Thailand or wherever. It's kind of fucked up. So I keep saying, Norwegian girls, get on your shit. Start fucking doing something, right?
Yeah, I'd have to say the same thing for New Zealand girls, man.
All girls, get your shit together.
I mean, even just like being out here in Europe, just seeing the fucking comparison, it's like, how can I fucking go back to New Zealand? You know what I'm
New
saying?
Zealand chicks are kind of similar to America. It's like US, Canada, Australia, UK. It's like they lost everything. Like they don't cook no more. They just talk all day. And so
They just get sloppy
Fucking
drunk.
lazy, lazy.
it's kind of like their kids, man. They just think they can do whatever, and it's all good. And there's no responsibility for them. It's like a European should love it, man.
Yeah.
The other thing I noticed, man, with the American girls, like the European girls are just more feminine. But it's like there's this culture in the U.S. like as a woman, you gotta be independent, you gotta get a job,
Yeah.
you gotta do that, you gotta be a strong woman. Whereas these European girls just accept the role of a woman. Of like, yeah, we're the more submissive, we accept the role of a woman. It's not that they're like subordinate or anything like that. It's just their natural role of how they act.
Yeah.
Not their rights or all that shit. That's still the same, but women just naturally act more that way. It's just the way we're laid out.
They're not trying to act like me.
Exactly.
And they shouldn't do that either.
American girls and Canadian girls and Kiwi girls and Australian girls, what we're trying to do.
I think like probably all Scandinavians copied a lot of American culture. So girls are kind of different, like they all talk about going to school and shit like that, or they're just fucking lazy. You know, they're like, they'll do the normal school stuff like you explained yesterday.
Then I just get married.
Then they just fucking bang out a baby and stay at home, get fat, and get depressed about being fat, get divorced, have 2 more kids, and not do shit all their life. Just fucking more babies, and what's the world coming to? Get on your fucking shit, bitches!
Get on the shit, bitches.
I love you. I just gotta let you know.
I do love you. But
We
you need
do
to
love
get on
you.
the shit.
ASAP. If ain't no tomorrow.
If you think about it, man, I think even before it was more fucked up. Like this summer, I was taking these online classes, and one of them was women's history.
Yeah.
And it was like 150, 200 years ago, like it was basically impossible, maybe, to have sex with a girl before you're married. That was like standard. Fuck.
We've come a long way.
Yeah.
Well,
We've come a long way. Blowjobs in the park.
Blowjobs in the park.
No sex before marriage and blowjobs in the park.
Yeah.
But I think that really fucking depends though. Yeah, people say it's impossible.
I mean, you could get prostitutes and stuff, but like that was normal. The normal thing was sex before you married. Now normal was like, throw some beers down the second dick in the park.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No showers though.
No showers.
No showers.
No showers allowed. No one dirty.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for
Trying to catch.
doing it,
No
bro.
worries, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do it again sometime.
Peace out, bitches.
By Skype or something.
Yeah. Peace out.
Boom.